to RC. So he is the admin. He can remove Purushottam.
Even we all are requesting the admin to remove the person or mute the person, please.
Okay. Now it is showing I can't mute him remotely.
Sir, please contact to
Can't
RC.
he hear all of us? I just want
Purushottam, please
to know
mute
what
yourself. Purushottam, please mute yourself.
Mute
Purushottam is
yourself.
enjoying.
Mute. Purushottam, mute
Purushottam.
yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we have been talking how in the age of cyberspace and information technology explosion, literature carries so much of relevance. So many people are interested to study literature, to analyze literature, to understand literature, to appreciate literature, to assimilate literature. What is the secret behind it? What is the success story behind it? The success story being literature reflects what? Reflects the joys and jubilance, the sorrows and sufferings, the fret and fever, the agonies and anguishes, the thrill and excitement of the human beings. It also reflects the socio-political, the cultural, the historical perspectives of the particular age in which literature is written. So literature has tremendous relevance to human existence. Even in the age of cyberspace, information technology explosion, the people who are serving in multinational companies abroad or even in our own country, what do? After they do 8 or 10 hours of job, they come back home and they feel like either watching a movie or reading a novel or watching a drama, a comedy, a skit, whatever. So literature provides a means of relaxation. Well, you must remember, learners, literature has a twofold purpose. One is entertainment, the other is enlightenment. As I told you, the source of entertainment is to watch a movie, to watch a piece of painting, visual art, performing arts like dance, comedy show, mono action, or even enlightenment. How does literature enlighten you? You all are aware of the great epics, Greek and Roman epics, like Iliad and Odyssey of Homer, Aeneid of Virgil, Metamorphoses of Ovid, Paradise Lost, Paradise Regained of Milton. These epics, they teach us something. They teach us so many things. When they teach us so many things, we attempt to study them and acquire all the good qualities from those epics. Even in our Indian context, we have two great epics. One is the Ramayana, written by Valmiki, and the second one is the Mahabharata, written by Vedavyas. So when these two epics are studied, what do we find? We find how the human emotions, human liabilities, human virtues, human vices are portrayed through these epics. And these epics indirectly teach us the human values, the virtues of human beings. What is a virtue? What are the values? As you know, since you are very mature students, sensible students, I understand, I believe, I trust that you know what are the values. Sorry. The values are sympathy, compassion, devotion, dedication, goodwill, bonhomie, fellow feeling, solidarity, sacrifice, love, compassion, empathy. These are the good qualities. Not only the good qualities or virtues, these are divinely bestowed upon man. That is the reason why man is different from a beast. What is the basic difference between a man and a beast? A man has the reasoning power, the power to judge, the power to make a distinction between right and wrong, good and bad, virtue and vice, whereas an animal doesn't have those qualities. When he doesn't have those qualities, or an animal doesn't have these qualities, he is distinguished from a man. And a man in the great chain of being is placed next to God. You know the great chain of being? At the above, at the apex, at the highest peak point, there is God. Next to God is man. Next to man is animals. Next to animals is insects, flies, insects, worms. Next to insects and worms, the plants, the world of vegetation. Like this goes the great chain of being. So the position of man is very high as far as the great chain of being is concerned. So from that standpoint, we understand that man is a very superior animal. And when it is said, I'll take you back to the Indian scriptures where it was debated why there is a continuous warfare between demons and gods. Lord Brahma or Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, three of them discussed and took a decision. We must find out an intermediary. An intermediary should be there to neutralize the animosity, the enmity of the demons. For that reason, human beings were created. First is Deva or gods, then Danav or demons, and in between Deva and Danava is Manava. So Deva, Manava, Danava, isn't it? So that is besides the point. Just by way of your understanding, I told you how human beings are placed at a very superior pedestal and how they have some essence, they carry some essence in the creation, in the entire creation. So the meaning of literature is very relevant because literature always enlightens a human being. Literature is a kind of mirror as well as a lamp. Remember, literature is the mirror and the lamp. As a mirror, it reflects, as I told you, the social, political, psychological, religious, and different kinds of activities of the society. Along with that, it also holds a mirror to your life. And through your mirror, what do? You are able to see your appearance. Similarly, through literature, you are in a position to take note of the various developments over the ages. Literature teaches you history. Literature teaches you political conditions of the society. Literature teaches you about cultural revolutions. Literature teaches you the psychological theories, sociological problems, economic problems, depression, drought, rain, thunder, storm, cyclone, tornado, etc. So literature has great relevance and it is a mirror as well as, so this is a mirror, the function of a mirror. As a mirror, literature is giving you the display of the exact display, the accurate display of the society from various angles. As I told you, social angle, political angle, cultural angle, psychological angle, religious angle, so many different angles, sociological angle, and along with that, it is a lamp. So what is the function of a lamp? The function of a lamp is to illuminate a particular area, is to provide you light. So literature as the lamp illuminates the horizon of your mind with the glow of knowledge, with the effulgent glow of the knowledge, and removes the darkness of ignorance from your mind. Your entire mind is brightened, illuminated with the effulgent glow of knowledge, wisdom, which comes down to you through literature. So literature is the mirror, literature is the lamp. Literature has twofold purpose. One is entertainment, the other is enlightenment. Entertainment, it provides us pleasure. When we are fed up with our work schedule, with the stereotyped work, When we are fed up, we feel like either studying literature or watching a movie. Movie, fine art, painting, visual art, performing arts, all those things also come within the ambit of literature. The parameter or the spectrum of literature is very vast, very incomprehensible and very vast. When it has a wide spectrum, the painting is included, visual art is included, drawing is included, comedy is included, drama is included, dance or performing arts is included. Everything is included within the ambit of literature. So it provides us entertainment when we feel monotonous, when you feel overburdened with stereotypical work, and it also provides us enlightenment. It provides us knowledge, it provides us wisdom, and it illuminates the horizon of our mind with new wisdom, with new knowledge. And we feel as if we have gained something for ourselves. We feel very much ecstatic. We feel very much excited. We feel very much satisfied. This is what we have learned from literature. So literature is very relevant to human life. Now we will focus on our topic. Our topic is, evaluation of poetry. Evaluation of portrait and explication of poetry. Now, in literature, I told you, poetry is a very relevant, very significant, very important, very popular genre. Prior to going to the evaluation of portrait and explication of poetry, I would like to give you a brief definition of what poetry is about. You might be knowing the pioneer of Romantic Revival movement, William Wordsworth. He had given a wonderful definition of poetry, a very immortal definition, all-time great definition of poetry. Wordsworth said, poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings recollected in tranquility. What did he say? Poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings recollected in tranquility. Now let us decode it. Let us analyze it. What is spontaneous? What is powerful? What is recollection? What is tranquility? What is overflow? So, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, poetry comes to the mind of a poet in a voluntary manner, effortless manner, easy manner. It comes suo motu. It is something, an innate quality, an inborn quality. You can't make an effort and write poetry. No. Poetry comes to the mind automatically, voluntarily, spontaneously. That is spontaneous. Spontaneous means without making any effort. Suo motu. As it is, it comes to your mind. For example, the poet gathers different kinds of experiences, various kinds of experiences over the time. No, it is not confined to a day or a month or a year. So while going on the road, he comes across, he notices a poor farmer is tilling his land under the hot sun. He's sweating profusely, feeling tired, putting a towel on his head and plowing the field with the help of the plow and two bullocks. There is hot sun above his head. At that time, your heart melts with sympathy, or the poet's heart melts with sympathy. He proceeds ahead. On another day, he comes across a dead body is carried by 4 persons. And while taking the dead body, they are chanting, Ram Naam Satya Hai, Hari Naam Satya Hai. So after coming across such a scene, of course, in Christian countries, in European countries, dead body is not carried, dead body is put in a coffin and it is buried. I made a reference to Indian context where the dead body is carried, and when it is carried, the people are chanting Ram Nam Satya or Nam Satya. The poet comes across it, and there is a stir. His heart is stirred. With what? With a kind of emotion, with a kind of feeling. He look at human life, how brittle it is, how transient it is, how short-lived it is, how temporary it is, how evanescent it is, how transitory it is, how short-lived it is. And for what one should be so egoistic, so arrogant, so full of pride and all that, so carefree. It is really meaningless. And what happens? After some years, you are meant to be mingled in the dust. Remember H.W. Longfellow's poem, where he said, man is born from the dust and he will mingle in the dust. So, after seeing the dead body being carried, there is a stir in his heart, emotion is stirred, and he develops a kind of distaste for his life, and he finds that life is meaningless, and this life can be made meaningful through different kinds of good activities, noble activities. Excuse me, somebody is asking me to switch off my video. Shall I switch it off?
No, sir, it's not you.
No, sir.
Somebody is suggesting please switch off, turn off your.
It's from Mr. Mohanty. Mr. Mohanty. Mr. Mohanty, he is not, he's not dressed at all. He's bare-chested sitting in the video. This is not done, sir. This is not the decorum of the class. At least one should be dressed and, would be sitting. So I have just written that. So to dress properly, because this is some civic society. This is one can behave like this.
My video should be on, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because this is a kind of Google Meet or Zoom. Video has to be on. That's it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So he develops a kind of distaste, a kind of disgust, a kind of disappointment, disillusionment with life. He gets disillusioned with life. Life is so short. Life is so transitory. And whatever you may do, finally you will mingle in the dust. Then after some days, he comes across a young boy and a young girl, a young man and a young woman. They are talking to each other under a gulmohar tree, and they are having a lot of fun, frolic, excitement, thrill. That was the kind of romance they were having. So it was full of love and romance. At that time, the poet, his heart is filled with thrill and excitement. His life is colorful. Life has two dimensions. One is color, glamour, splendor, excitement, thrill. And the other is disappointment, disillusionment, death, decay, degeneration, futility, all those things. So life is a blend between certain positive things and certain negative things. So a successful man is he who can blend the good and bad together and make life run in the usual fashion. That is the best possible way to come across the challenges of life, or to overcome the challenges of life and convert the challenges into opportunities in life. You can convert the challenges of life into opportunities only when you are in a position to blend the good aspects of life and the bad aspects of life and put them together. So the poet comes across a pair of lovers. Then after that, he finds a bird is collecting the twigs, to build his nest. Then he feels life is full of struggle. So all those things are gathered, and his brain has a space, as there is a pot. Let me give you the metaphor of a plot, the example of a pot, a bucket. There is a bucket, empty bucket. You pour water into the bucket. Go on pouring water into the bucket with the help of a mug. The bucket is filled up. You still go on pouring. When the bucket is filled up and you still go on pouring, what will happen? The water will spill out. The water will spill out. Similar is the case with the human brain. So the brain of the poet has limited space. After he gathered so many types of experiences over the months or over the days, for example, the farmer plowing the land, dead body being carried, lovers making romance, birds collecting twigs to build nest, and so many other experiences. At that time, the space of his mind is filled up. The limited space of his mind is filled up. When the limited space of his mind is filled up, he still goes on acquiring experience. Still more experiences come to him. When still more experiences come to him and the space is filled up, what he would do? He would start acquiring the experience, space is filled up, now the experiences start spilling out. Feeling starts spilling out. When the feeling starts spilling out, at that time we find the poet is in a state of stir. He is second. Second with what? Second with doing something. What does he do? So those powerful feelings which are coming out of his mind, he wants to put them together in form of a poem. So poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. When those powerful feelings, like seeing a farmer, noticing a pair of lovers making romance, noticing birds collecting the twigs, noticing a dead body being carried, all these things are not normal experiences. These are all powerful experiences, and those powerful experiences are gathered, accumulated, piled up. When they are piled up and accumulated, at that time still the poet goes on gathering experiences. When he goes on gathering the experiences, at that time what happens? The experiences or the feelings, the powerful feelings start spilling out. When it starts spilling out, the poet tries to find out a calm, quiet, serene, placid, tranquil place, solitary place to sit down, the place which is free from the chaos and confusion, the cares and anxieties, the din and bustle, the hue and cry, the hullabaloo, the hubbub of the outside world, and he sits down in a very calm, quiet, solitary place and starts recollecting what kind of feelings he has gathered. And he not only starts recollecting, he starts recollecting as well as jotting them down. Whatever he jots down, based on his recollections of his past experience, that becomes poetry. Are you clear now? Poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings recollected in tranquility, which I made an attempt to make it easy for you, for your understanding, by giving the bucket image. When the bucket is filled up, you still go on pouring water. At that time, what happens? The extra water spills out. Similarly, the poet gathers experience, gathers feelings, and those feelings fill up the limited space of the poet. When he still goes on gathering the feelings, at that time, the feelings, powerful feelings, start spilling out. When they start spilling out, the poet gathers them, puts them together, recollects them, puts them together, serializes them, organizes them, harmonizes them, synthesizes them into a poem. So that becomes a poem. And remember, I will take you to Wordsworth's most significant, creation, his magnum opus, I should say, his most important contribution to the world of literature is his Preface to Lyrical Ballads, which came out in the year 1800. Lyrical Ballads was published in 1798 and Preface to Lyrical Ballads was published in 1800, where Wordsworth made an attempt to define poetry. To define not only poetry, to define poetic diction. What is poetic diction? The language of poetry. Diction means language. What kind of language should be used in poetry? And how a poet should be understandable. How a poet should be intelligible to the common reader. There he says, he defines poetic diction like this. Verbatim, I am quoting Wordsworth. A poet should choose incidents and situations. I repeat, a poet should, remember, do you have your notebook and pen and notebook? Please, wherever you feel like, you can jot down the points. The points are very, very important. A poet should choose incidents and situations from ordinary and common life and throw a color of imagination in such a manner so as to make the ordinary things appear extraordinary and common things appear uncommon.
So can you please repeat it?
Poetic diction given by William Wordsworth in his Preface to Lyrical Ballads.
Sir, what would be the question like, as you were saying, to take the
Please
notes?
repeat once more,
What
please.
would be the question
Sorry?
like? What could be the questions you were telling us to take the notes?
In Unit 1.
You were saying something. I'm noting it down.
Huh.
What could be the question?
The questions will be, supposing in your NET exam or even in your PG exam, attempt a definition of poetic diction.
Poetic fiction.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please repeat those sentences?
What is poetic diction according to Wordsworth? Okay. Or even what is very important aspect of Preface to Lyrical Ballads? All those things. Okay.
Sir, can you please repeat those sentences once more? Incidents and situations from.
Okay. Fine. Thank you very much. Poetic diction according to Wordsworth is as follows. Now I quote Wordsworth. A poet should choose incidents and situations from ordinary and common life and throw a color of imagination in such a manner so as to make the ordinary things appear extraordinary and common things appear uncommon. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
He
Thank you,
further said,
It
a
is,
poet
sir,
should
it is.
use colloquial language in poetry. He should never make use of high-flown language, bombastic language, difficult language, stilted language, complicated language. Language should be conversational, colloquial. You know why the romantic revival?
Right,
There are
right.
so many things to talk about. And I am just giving you the background. I am trying to make your fundamentals very clear. So my efforts shall be, to make your fundamentals clear and to make you understand things properly so that you enjoy it. You never feel, English literature MEG-1 is a burden on me. That I want to remove from your mind.
Yes,
You will
sir.
feel MEG-1 is my friend. best friend.
It is enjoyable.
Yes, sir. Very well said, sir.
It is enjoyable. The way you teach is
So I'm
really enjoyable.
Thank you, sir.
Always my, my attempt, my effort, my goal, my motto. My students, you might not be knowing. I have spent 40 years in higher education as a professor of English. Anyone who knows me, I was in Ravenshaw College professor of
Okay.
English for 10 years, Ravenshaw University or Ravenshaw College, and I was director of higher education for 4 years. I was in Colgate College professor for 10 years. In Bhadrak College, I was 10 years. I was professor of English at Sri Sri University, Kotak for 3 years. At UN College, Odospur, I was emeritus professor for 7 years. So this is my, whole gamut of experience. I have a vast repertoire of experience as far as English is, as far as teaching English is concerned. And by God's grace, the students used to understand whatever I attempt to make them feel comfortable and make them feel understand. My motto is to make my students very comfortable. They should never feel that this is a burden, this is a very terrorizing subject, this is a very difficult subject. No, never, not at all. Such a fantastic, fabulous subject. And we are proud of being the students of English literature. You should own it, possess it. You should have belongingness for English literature. That is my primary motto. So in my first class, I used to motivate my students to develop a kind of sense, a kind of warm feeling, a kind of attachment, a kind of deep bonding to your own subject, that is English literature. Maybe language, maybe literature, maybe soft skill, maybe communication, maybe ELT, everything, maybe American, maybe British, maybe Caribbean, maybe Canadian, maybe Australian. In every sphere, I have some access. And in our department, people used to say, KP Mahapatra has access to all the areas. So when in IGNO, they asked me, sir, what is your favorite area? I said, I don't have any favorite area. All the areas are my favorites. Anything you feel like, you can alert me. I'll be comfortable to teach. There is no problem, not a very big issue. And I promise I will teach to the satisfaction, utmost satisfaction of my students, dear students. So, dear students, you must remember that unless you have a kind of a kind of attachment, a kind of bonding, a kind of love, kind of belongingness, that area, whatever area may be, maybe learning, teaching, maybe playing, maybe acting, maybe dancing, maybe doing some software jobs in multinational companies and all that, you won't feel at home. And I'll tell you 1001 examples how many children from software drawing very fat salary, white collar jobs, holding white collar jobs, they have left those jobs as considering them as monotonous, and they have come back to secretariat, assistant, section officer service. Can you imagine? Where there is IT service, what do they call? Manager, system manager or something like that. They have designation. Now these people, they come back either to join ASO, Assistant Section Officer in Odisha Secretariat, I'm talking of Odisha, or a clerk, as a clerk in a bank. They find these jobs are more attractive and they feel more comfortable. So it's a question of your choice. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to impress upon you is that you should develop a kind of spontaneous attachment to the area or to the study, to the field of study that you are going to undertake. And this is in the present context, you have the study of English literature, and I believe you will be feeling very comfortable with English literature. So, we are going to discuss the preface to lyrical ballads. Lyrical ballads was written by two persons. One is William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge. So Coleridge and Wordsworth, they completed, lyrical ballads, and preface was written by Wordsworth. Wordsworth made it very long, and he gave it to Coleridge to bring about some corrections. Coleridge said, no correction is necessary. Only thing is that you should cut it short. If you don't cut it short, people will feel monotonous. If you make it too lengthy, things don't go in the proper direction. People get totally bored, feel monotonous and all that. So in order to make it more interesting, you have to take care of the length of the topic or the length of the subject and all that. So Wordsworth said a poet should write poetry in colloquial language. In this connection, let me tell you, why did Romantic Revival movement start? Most of you might be knowing. Can I get any response? Are you getting my question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are getting everything you are saying.
Yeah, my question is very precise and very pointed. Why and how did the Romantic Revival movement start, in the first part of 19th century? Please respond.
Sir, I guess this was the thinking of those type of poets that they can ahead the society with a great love, which includes their morality and characters. That's why they began a new era of romance, so that everyone could join and take it forward.
Your good name, please.
Gopal.
Gopal. Thank you, Gopal, very much. You are partially correct, but let me tell you the whole thing behind it. Prior to Romantic age, there was the Neoclassical age or Augustan age or the age of Dryden and Pope. Let me tell you, when you were... Yeah. Somebody has written, it was against the Neoclassical poets. Absolutely true. So when the Neoclassical poets or Augustan poets or the poets like Dryden and Pope, they were writing poetry, they were writing it in a very unilateral, one-sided manner. They were focused on the urban society. Not only that, in poetry there are two aspects. One is theme, the other is technique. One is form, the other is content. So Dryden and Pope, or the neoclassical poets, they were putting emphasis on the form. They were neglecting the content. And what form they were adopting? They were writing poetry through heroic couplets. They were writing poetry through heroic couplets. Do you know what is heroic couplet? Who can answer? Yes? Come on.
No, sir, please tell us, please.
No, sir, no idea.
Okay, I love it. I love it really. I love it. Very nice. You are very honest. You are very honest. In this context, let me tell you one anecdote from Indian scripture, from Chandogya Upanishad. Then we will switch over to English. Are you prepared to listen to Chandogya Upanishad?
Yes, sir, sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course. Please tell me.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay.
You.
Sorry? Okay. There is an anecdote. There is a story called Jabali Satyakam. Satyakam was the son of Jabali, and Jabali was a maidservant. She was extremely poor. As a poverty-stricken woman, she had to not only do household works in somebody's house, she had to also sell herself for a few, bucks, for a pittance, for some money. She used to sleep with so many people. As a result, Satyakam was born. Satyakam grew up. When he grew up, he said, "Mama, I would like to take lessons in Rishi Ashram." He said, "Okay, you go to Gautam Rishi." So he went to Gautam Rishi's ashram. Gautam Rishi, in those times, the teachers he used to ask, there was Gurukul system, In the Gurukul, the Guru used to ask about the lineage, ancestry, father, mother, father's occupation, father's gotra, father's caste, father's religion, and all those things. So Gautam asked, what is your father's name? What is your gotra? What is your ancestry? What is your lineage? What is your religion? Satyakam with folded hands said, "Gurudev, I don't know anything. Let me go to my mother and get some information about it." He ran to his mother. So at that time, yes, absolutely. I'll come to that after I finish. Thank you very much. These are iambic lines, not only iambic, they are pentameters, iambic pentameters. I'll come to that. Thank you very much. Let me complete it within a short time. So at that time, what happened? He went to his mother, ran to his mother. He asked, "Mama, tell me who is my father? I haven't seen him so far. He said, my dear son, I can't tell you exactly who is your father, because I myself am not sure from whose side you are born. Just you go to Gautam Rishi and tell him, you are Satyakam, you are the son of Javali, and you are Javali Satyakam. Satyakam came running to Guru Rishi's ashram, lay prostrate at his feet, and he said, Gurudev, I consulted my mama, and mama said, my name is Satyakam, I am son of Javali, and I am Javali Satyakam. Do you know what Gautam Rishi did? Gautam Rishi hugged him in a deep embrace and said, I love it, my dear son. You are so honest. I love your honesty. And since you are honest, you must be a Brahmin. Brahmins are always honest. I accept you as my disciple. So why did I tell it? I'll not go ahead. I told it because you honestly said, sir, we don't know. You explain to us what is a heroic couplet. Absolutely. Heroic couplet is written in 2 lines. Couplet is 2 lines, and each line contains iambic pentameter. What is an iamb? An iamb is a short syllable followed by a long syllable. What is penta? Penta means 5. What is meter? Meter means 2 syllables. So 5 pentameters. Meter 2 syllables. Penta means 5. 5 into 2, 10 syllables. So each line will contain 10 syllables, and these lines are iambic pentameters. What is an iamb? Iamb is a short syllable followed by a long syllable, and the opposite of iamb is trochee. Trochee is a long syllable followed by a short syllable. Trochee. So these poets, Dryden and Pope, they were writing in heroic couplets. And mostly they were writing satires. What is a satire? A satire is a sarcastic poem, a poem based on sarcasm, based on pulling the legs of others, based on criticizing others, based on exposing the follies and foibles of others. You know, Pope had some physical demerits. He was a dwarfish man, short-statured man. He was not looking very, very impressive and all that. So he was suffering from a kind of complex. And out of that complex, if somebody passes by him, he will feel that perhaps he has noticed me and he is going to talk against me. If he finds 2 persons are talking, he will have the inference that perhaps these 2 persons are talking against me. So he will start writing a satire against them. So this is how they were doing. And above all, their main focus of poetry was the urban populace. That is why their poetry was called coffee house poetry. They talked about the problems, the issues, the lifestyle, the sufferings, the joys of the urban people, the hi-fi people, the rich people, the educated people living in the town area, city areas. They never thought that apart from the urban populace, there is some population outside the urban world. That is the rural populace, the rustic people, the laborer, the wage earner, the farmer, the industrial worker. All those people are totally ignored by the neoclassical poets. As a result, you know, the British readers are very sensible, and they are not only honest, they are very pure, as somebody has suggested. They are very pure, they are very honest, they are very moralistic. They are very ethical. And they never indulge in any kind of corrupt deals, any kind of corrupt habits. But ironically, that was not being portrayed by neoclassical poets or Augustan poets like Dryden and Pope. As a result, the British readers did not like them, did not like their poetry. British readers are very sensible and they are very particular, not only about the content of the poem, they were also particular about the form of the poem. So now they found that their form is very stereotyped. They are writing through heroic couplets. When they are trying to make one sentence or one line comprise 10 syllables, obviously they will neglect the content. They will go beyond the content or they will suppress some relevant elements of the content in order to make their line 10 syllables. So the British readers, they looked for something new, something special, something unique, something novel, something more impressive, something more adorable, something more commendable, something more remarkable. So in the meantime, a few poets came to the literary firmament, or they ascended the literary firmament in England. They are called not Wordsworth, Shelley, Byron, Keats, and Coleridge. Prior to them, there are few other poets also. Who are those poets? Robert Burns, George Crabbe, Robert Southey, William Blake. These people they came, and they were also the votaries of nature. They were the worshippers of nature. Sadhana, excuse me, Sadhana.
Yes, sir.
In the net, it is available. Your course syllabus is available in the net. I got the syllabus from your net only.
Okay.
Okay, it is available, very much available in net. You can download them and keep it for yourself.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Also in e-GAM course, it is also there. But you get elaborate analysis here in the class, isn't it?
Is it possible, because in earlier classes it was not possible, is it
sorry, a bit louder.
Is it possible to get some notes, some important notes from you?
Oh yeah, why not? Well, notes I normally don't prepare. I can dictate you some notes, no problem. But that is a later stage. We can do that. First of all, let us read, isn't it?
Okay.
Are you clear or not?
No, I'm clear. I'm just asking you.
Notes are available also. Notes are available in the net. I can also give you, dictate you notes, no problem, not a very big deal. And apart from notes also, whatever I teach, it is more than notes. If you become a little sincere and jot it down, you can prepare your own note also. That's not a very big deal. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. These
Thank you,
poets, they
sir.
were
Your teaching style is sir, very well, sir.
Sorry.
Thank you, sir. Your teaching style is sir, very well.
Let me get my earphone. Just a minute. Let me get my earphone.
Let's try to maintain a basic decorum of the class so that we can benefit most of it. And we need to find a way how to deal with disturbing elements.
Sure.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Yeah. Now you can tell me. Somebody was telling something.
You are very illustrative, sir. You are telling.
Huh?
You
Illustrative.
are explaining very much. Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. No, you feel free. You can, anything you would like to know
Absolutely,
from
sir.
me, you are at your freedom, at your independence and sweet will to ask me any kind of problem. You may share with me, no problem. I don't mind. Rather, I welcome it. Okay.
Thank you, sir. I said that your teaching style is sir very well to understand every bit by bit point, sir.
Teaching style is
Sir, your teaching style is very well, sir. I understand very well bit by bit, just like telling sir you.
okay. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
So when you give
Sir, sir, I
very
cannot,
important point,
sir, I cannot listen this type of coaching or teaching style like leave that, sir.
Okay. I feel honored. I feel humbled. Thank you so very much. God bless you, Beta. God
Yes, sir.
bless you.
Sir, sir, you mixed very well, sir. When you share and mix very well, sir, to doubt clear, whatever I doubt clear for you, and you never like I said that very well. You our my problem that you very well expand that your problem future.
At any point of time, any doubt in any area you face, you can come to me. I will address them, redress them. Don't worry.
Thank you, sir.
so
I
when
will
you
explain to you in full, not only to you, to all the children.
So the thing is that how to approach you, if you can avail us some of your email ID or something, if after this 7 days of class we do not have any other classes, if you need to know something, could you please help us? So if
No,
you
you can contact me on phone, on mail. Okay.
okay,
You can also, I mean, we will be meeting in the class now for 8 days now.
yes, yes, yes.
In
So
the
your
class
avail,
or
email ID.
avail us your contact details so that whenever we need it, so we can
yeah,
approach.
yeah, of course. You can take down my telephone number, mobile number. You can take down my mail ID.
Okay,
So that is no problem, not a very big deal. Okay.
sir, thank you, sir, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sir, 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 we are the student of I prepare sir need. So, sir, I help, sir, we help need, I said.
What are you doing?
Sir, prepare
I
need,
couldn't
sir.
get you.
Sir,
Yes,
I
go on.
prepare need, sir, I prepare need, sir. So,
Net, okay.
yes, sir. I want
Okay,
to,
you can take my help, no problem.
yes, sir.
You can take my help. I have a
Can you,
YouTube channel. You can visit that also. It is KP Slit Charts. KP Slit Charts. You can visit that. I have
yes,
made
sir.
a few videos. For many days, I have not done it. But then some videos are also there. Are all of you from Odisha or from outside Odisha?
Sir,
Sir, I'm from
Odisha, sir.
Sir, I am from Delhi, New
sir
Delhi,
From
sir.
Odisha.
outside.
I'm from
Outside also are there.
Outside.
Sir, I am from Odisha, sir.
Okay.
I think people are here from
Okay.
across the country, sir.
I'm
From
from
states.
Odisha.
Oh, across the country. Okay. Since it is a national network, actually across the country, people have to be there. Okay. Bharadwaj.
Sir, I
Bhavna
am from,
Bharadwaj is
sir,
from
I am
Delhi.
from Moir, sir, sir,
अच्छा
I
बक्सर
am from
आफरीन
Moirbhanj,
परवीन
Bhadrak, sir.
प्रगति थापा
Sir,
सिलीगुड़ी अरे वाह शर्मिष्ठा महाराष्ट्र वंडरफुल दिस pan Indian association Kerala
Sir,
lovely
it's a pen.
fantastic I love it thank you Shillong अरे वाह Mumbai wonderful fantastic
Sir, can you repeat
and
the name of your YouTube channel?
yeah
Can you repeat the name of your YouTube channel that we can visit?
I'm Kamla Prasad, KP. Okay. KP's lit charts. LITCHARTS. KP's lit charts.
Sir, I
KP
also, sir, I also Moirubhanj
lit
Bhadrak,
chart.
sir.
Huh?
Sir, I also Moirubhanj Bhadrak, sir.
You are from Bhadrak?
Yes, sir, Bhadrak.
Which place?
Uh,
Which area of Bhadrak?
Sir, Bhadrak, sir,
Okay, I spent 10 years, precious 10 years in Bhadrak College. Okay.
I am from
So we'll
Bhadrak, sir,
continue.
UN College, sir.
Acha, UN College, sir. Okay. Okay. So we'll continue.
Sir, 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 when you give important points, can you go a little bit slow?
Which poem?
Whenever you give important points, could you please go a little bit slow?
I will go slow.
Yeah, little bit. When you give important
Okay.
points.
When I begin the poem, you ask me to go slow.
Not poem, points.
No, sir.
Points.
He's trying to say that
Point.
when
Okay,
you
okay.
give
Point.
any important notes.
Okay. Very good. You tell me, because the problem is that used to be my usual speed. If you ask me, I can slow down. No problem. I understand now. Okay, okay, no problem. Thank you. Very lovely children.
Thank
Wonderful.
you. Thank you.
I'm
Thank
so
you,
happy
sir.
with you.
So
Okay.
what is your YouTube channel name again?
KP Slit Charts. Shall I write it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Right.
please. Swati has shared the link already. I think it seems there.
Shared.
Yeah, Swati Verma has shared the link in the chat.
Yeah. It is written KP Slit Charts. Oh, so many people have shared. KP Slit Charts. Yes. That is the channel. So no need to write. Yeah. Okay. So as I told you, Robert Burns, George Crabbe, William Blake, Robert Southey, these are the people. They were the votaries of nature, no doubt. But they were enjoying the beauty of nature, the scenic and picturesque beauty of nature, the flora and fauna of nature. Only they were enjoying the external aspect of nature. They were not delving deep into the innermost recess of nature. So who did it? It is Wordsworth who went deeper into the inmost recess of nature. Say, for example, Robert Burns said, "My love is a red rose." Rose is a metaphor here, and he wanted to express his love through the metaphor of rose. Similarly, other people, they also described the external aspects of nature, the external beauty of nature. They never went deep into the inmost recess of nature. So, in the middle part of 19th century, a host of poets came, headed by William Wordsworth, and the name of the movement was Romantic Revival Movement. This Romantic Revival Movement ushered in a new era of approach, a new era of consciousness among the discerning readers of Britain, among the perceptive readers of Britain. And they became so very submerged, immersed in literature that they started identifying life with literature. And they felt that life without literature is meaningless, and literature without life cannot be written. In this connection, let me tell you, you have heard of Plato, the philosopher, Greek philosopher? Have you heard of him or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Have you heard of
Yes,
Aristotle?
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Plato had written a
Yes, sir.
magnum
I have.
opus, namely Republic. In
Yes,
his
yes, sir.
Republic,
Great.
he wanted to portray an ideal state.
Sure, sir. Heard of him.
You have heard of it? Okay. Okay. So there, he assigned place to doctors, to engineers, to administrators, workers, mechanics, all those people, industrialists, businessmen, but he did not allow any space to
Poet, sir.
poets. Absolutely, absolutely. Why? When he was asked, why did you banish the poets, writers from the Republic? He said, they are liars. And poetry has a corrupting influence on society. Who said? Plato said. You know, there are trio. First is Socrates. His student is Plato. Plato's student is Aristotle. So Aristotle contested it. And Plato said, art has no relevance. Art is twice removed from reality. Aristotle contested it. Aristotle opposed it vehemently. And Aristotle said, with due respect, I beg to differ with you, sir. Art can never be twice removed from reality. Rather, I would say, art is the expression of reality. Art is the manifestation of reality. Because art deals with the reality. If reality is not there, art is not there. If art is not there, reality has no meaning. So the real situation, the real ambience, the real atmosphere, the real occurrence comes into focus through art, painting, visual art, drawing, literature, poetry, drama, novel, etc. So Aristotle said, art is the manifestation of reality. And you can't say art is twice removed from reality. So that is besides the point. So Wordsworth began writing poetry. And as I told you, he made a wonderful attempt to develop a definition, a very immortal definition, all-time great definition. Like poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings recollected in tranquility. In his Tinternabe, there was a river called River I, W-Y-E. He visited River I some 5 years back. At that time, when he visited 5 years back, at that time he was immature. His sensibility has not matured. His understanding has not become very, receptive. He simply saw the beautiful manifestation of the river, the background.
I'm sorry, sir. Which poet you're talking about right now?
Tinternabe.
Tintin.
Lines composed upon Tinternabe.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Haven't you heard of Tinternabe of Wordsworth? Payal?
Not really, sir. I'm new to this literature, actually.
Okay, very much. Thank you very much. Now know it. It's a very remarkable poem of William Wordsworth. It is a very characteristic poem of William Wordsworth. where he had given his own perception of, beauty of nature, and he owed his allegiance to nature. So
I'm
after
going to read
a
it.
gap of 5 years, he again visited River Eye. When he again visited River Eye after a gap of 5 years, he was taken aback. He said, "What is this? I have come to a fairy land." And previously, when I had made a visit, it was a casual visit. Sorry. It was a very casual visit. And now it is a serious visit. Now he felt that as long as I am in the midst of Tinternave, in the precious company of nature, I find myself in a blessed mood. I am in a blessed mood. And I am also having sweet sensations. The atmosphere is sublime. So he spoke three things: sublime atmosphere, blessed mood, sweet sensations. Then he said, the murmuring sound of the cataract not only produces a murmuring sound, it speaks about the still sad music of humanity. I repeat, the murmuring sound of the cataract. Cataract means a spring, a fountain. When the water is flowing, the stream of water is flowing down, it produces a murmuring sound. And that sound strikes Wordsworth very much. And he says, this fountain or this cataract is trying to speak something, is trying to communicate something. Here comes evaluation of portrait through explication of poetry. Say, for example, the fountain is a portrait. Somebody is portraying the fountain. The fountain is flowing down. The sound is not audible, doesn't matter. The fountain is flowing down. When the fountain is flowing down, it is understood it must be producing some sound. When it is producing some sound, what happens? Wordsworth feels this is not an ordinary sound. This is something meaningful. This is something serious. The fountain is trying to establish a rapport, establish a bridge, establish a communion between the listener of the sound and the producer of the sound. Who is the producer of the sound? Producer of the sound is the cataract, or the fountain, or the spring, or the small stream of water. And who is the listener? The listener is Wordsworth and other human beings. So Wordsworth feels, look, the fountain is trying to communicate something serious to us. Oh, human beings, you wake up and try to listen to me. Try to feel whatever I am feeling. I am feeling the pinch of sadness. I am feeling the pain of sadness. Sadness of what? Humanity. How the humanity is subject to suffering, untold misery. Life is a struggle. Life is a challenge. Life is not a bed of roses. It is full of thorns. Remember Shelley, when he said in his West Wind, "Oh, lift me as a wave Lift me as a leaf, lift me as a cloud, for I fall upon the thorns of life and I bleed. Has anyone studied it?
Yes, sir.
Have you
Yes, sir.
studied
Yes,
it?
sir.
Yes, sir.
What a wonderful, brilliant, fascinating poem, where the poet himself has tried to express his angst, express his regret, how this life is full of pain and suffering. Ode to West Wind, written by Percy B.C. Shelley. Ode to the West Wind. He said, "Oh, West Wind, you are so very impetuous. You are so very vivacious. You are so very rumbustious. You are causing a chasm in the Mediterranean Sea. When the west wind blows, the Mediterranean Sea is split into two sides, two parts. So you are causing a chasm, gap. So you have so much of strength. You have so much of vivacity. You have so much of resourcefulness. You are brilliant. You are wonderful. You are omnipotent. You have tremendous potential. I'm really envious of you. And I appeal to you. You are fleeing away the dead leaves. You are transporting the seeds, the dry seeds, from one place to another and helping them to germinate. I would request you to kindly lift me as a wave, as a cloud, as a leaf. Why do I ask you to lift me as a leaf, as a cloud, as a wave? Because I am totally fed up with the sufferings of this life. I want to get rid of this life. I don't want to continue with this life. This life is full of trials and tribulations, fret and fever, agonies and anguishes, enigmas and perplexities, sorrows and sufferings, cares and anxieties, liabilities and tensions. I want to get rid of this life. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Romantic Revival movement started. And the poets are William Wordsworth, Byron, Shelley, Keats, and Coleridge. That was not only, I'm replying to somebody's question, that was not only Wordsworth's observation, that was the observation of all the Romantic poets. There used to be an allegation by the critics that the Romantic poets were making use of imagination to a great extent and they were removing from reality. Actually, that is not a fact. They were also concerned with the reality. They understood reality. They analyzed reality. They portrayed reality. Had they not portrayed, they would not have mentioned that I fall upon the thorns of life and I bleed. Come to Keats in Ode to Autumn. In Ode to Nightingale, Keats says, "My heart aches and a drowsy numbness pains, as though hemlock I have drunk." Oh, Nightingale, you are so very free. You are so very independent. But look, I am in the shackles of human liabilities. I am chained by the shackles of social responsibility. When I listen to your song is so mesmerizing. so magnifying, so magnetizing that it draws me like a magnet. It mesmerizes me. It makes me forget my mundane reality. So, this is how the Romantic poets used to focus on the realistic problems. They were not only devoted to emotion and imagination, they also focused on reason and intellect as well. Now, coming to our Unit 1 topic, key evaluation of portrait for explication of poetry. I have given you the examples how literature covers a vast gamut of human experience, visual art, performing arts, painting, drawing, literature, novel, poetry, drama, prose, short story, etc. When you find a portrait, you are a very discerning reader. You have some critical vision. You have the ability to make critical analysis, critical thinking. You come across a portrait. While coming across a portrait, never be carried away by its external dimension. Of course, the external dimension will appeal to your heart. I don't deny that. But apart from that, you have to delve deep into the inner meaning of the portrait. For example, you have heard of Leonardo da Vinci of Italy, a great painter.
Sir,
Yes,
you
sir.
taking all this from block
Yes.
one,
Yes,
right?
yes, sir.
The block
Yes,
one.
sir.
His greatest painting is Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know the greatest painting, Mona Lisa? So when you see Mona Lisa, the first thing that strikes you is the smile, the enigmatic smile, the intriguing smile. From the smile, you may feel that this is a romantic smile, mesmerizing smile, smile full of love. From a different angle, if you see, you feel that this smile is full of sarcasm, full of disappointment, full of regret, and overall you find that the smile is enigmatic, no doubt, but there is beauty, there is serenity, there is divinity, there is artistic excellence. So, what do you use? You use Mona Lisa as the metaphor for beauty in literature. If in poetry you come across the use of Mona Lisa, you suddenly correlate the word Mona Lisa or the name Mona Lisa with the portrait of Leonardo da Vinci. Yes or no? Yes
Yes.
or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the portrait,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
the external dimension of the portrait motivates you to have a deeper thinking, to have the intensity of feeling, to understand what for this portrait is made and what is the essence of this portrait. What is the inner significance of this portrait? What is the symbolic meaning of this portrait? What is the metaphorical meaning of this portrait? What image is used here? Because literature is based on images, especially poetry, simile, metaphor, synecdoche, hyperlage, transport epithet, all those things are used. So when images are used, you have to be very particular about the portrait. It's not that you will be simply carried away by the external surface of the portrait. Along with the external surface, you have to delve deep into the internal significance. of the portrait. What does it signify? I'll give you another example of Pablo Picasso. Have you heard of him? Pablo Picasso.
Yes,
Spanish.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Leonardo
Yes,
da
sir.
Vinci is Italian painter.
Mm.
Spanish painter Pablo Picasso has written or made a portrait, Dora Maar. The name of the portrait is Dora Maar. In Dora Maar, the face is split. The face is disfigured. So what is the symbolic significance? What is the symbolic significance when the face is distorted, disfigured? Because there is some tension
The
in the
violence.
mind of the, maybe schizophrenia, right? Absolutely. Parijat. Maybe schizophrenic, maybe some mental
Dual
issue,
personality.
maybe
Dual
some tension,
personality.
maybe she is under pressure. These things used to normally come to the mind. And can you believe he had married Doramar? Doramar happens to be his wife, his love and his wife. But later on they had divorce and all that. And after the divorce, he made the portrait of Doramar. So from these two examples, two bright examples, one is Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa and Pablo Picasso's Dora Maar, we get to notice how the external portrayal of the portrait or the external structure of the portrait gives serious indications, sufficient indications, adequate indications about the mental and physical condition of the portrait, the symbolic significance of the portrait, from which a poet may draw inspiration to write his poetry. So, explication of poetry, explication is explanation, evaluation is assessment. By making evaluation of a portrait, it is easier to explain poetry. That is what you have to understand. Making evaluation of a portrait, you have to understand the significance of the portrait and make use of it in poetry. And poetry, as you know, is not written directly. Poetry is indirectly written through objective correlatives. What is an objective correlative? Does anyone know about it? What is objective correlative?
Please explain, sir. Don't know.
Yes?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Don't know, sir.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Sir, may I try?
Sorry?
May I try explaining it?
What training?
May I try explaining what is objective correlative?
Yeah, why don't you?
I read it way back, so I'm not sure that if I'm saying the right thing, but if I'm not wrong.
You tell it.
Yeah, sir. So T.S. Eliot coined the term, and it was something like taking the reader through a journey of explaining them through the situations or taking them through situations to explain an emotion rather than directly hitting them with the words to address the situation.
Okay. It's not only comparing the nature with the humans, but the comparison can be from any quarter. Thank you, Madhavi. But let me tell you what objective correlative is verbatim. T.S. Eliot coined this term, objective correlative. He said, objective correlative is a set of objects or a chain of events which is used to express the emotion in poetry and that serves as the formula to the emotion. Is that clear? Objective correlative is a set of objects or a chain of events which is used to express emotion in poetry, which serves as the formula to that emotion. I'll give you an example. Have you heard of the poem of T.S. Eliot, Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock? You have heard of it. Parijat. Okay, very good. The opening line is, let's go then you and I, when the evening is spread against the sky like a peasant etherized on a table. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Remember it.
Yes, sir.
Look
Yes,
at
sir.
the pattern. Look at the objective correlative. I'm trying to explain what objective correlative is about. Let's go then you and I. Fine. Obviously, might be a lover is asking the beloved. Okay, let's you and I go. When do I go or when do we go? We go at a time when the evening is spread against the sky. It's the evening time. and the lover describes that the evening is spread against the sky. How? How is it spread? Is it spread like butter on the bread? Is it spread like a chadar on your body? No. It is spread. It is spread like a patient etherized on a table. When you give anesthesia before operation, what happens to the patient? The patient lies still, motionless, and in fact, he loses feelings. If you prick him, if you sedated, lies sedated, absolutely, Parijat. He lies sedated, and he is calm and quiet, Gopal. Thank you. And he loses his feeling also. If you cut his body for operation, if you prick him injection and all that, he is not able to know. Similarly, the poet says, yeah, he becomes unconscious in a way. Bhavana. Thank you. So let's go then you and I when the evening is spread against the sky like a patient etherized on a table. As a patient lies calm, quiet, sedated on the table, motionless on a table.
Silent.
Similarly, the divider and compass related. No. Divider and compass is in John Donne's valediction forbidding mourning. This is not the, simile here, or this is not the objective correlative here. Divider and compass simile is given in John Donne's poem Valediction Forbidding Mourning. We may be doing that. Where the Donne says, you are the fixed foot, I am the moving foot. Beloved is the fixed foot and the lover is the moving foot. The lover will complete the circle, means their love will come into fruition. That is different. So here he says, let's go then you and I, when the evening is spread against the sky like a peasant etherized on a table. This is objective correlative. Peasant, etherized, spread against sky and evening. All those things are used. Metaphors are used, images are used, and he could have said, let's go then you and I in the evening at 4 p.m. He didn't say that. He wanted to make it ornamental, metaphorical, and he wanted to express through images. That is why he says, A poet should always make use of objective correlative. Instead of using emotions, instead of expressing the emotion directly, instead of expressing the imaginative feelings directly, he or she should make use of the objective correlative. And objective correlatives are very important in poetic expression. Metaphor, simile, image, synecdoche, hyperlage, transferred epithet, all these things are very important in poetry. And a poet is adored, is held in high esteem, is appreciated, is praised for making use of unique metaphors. Say, for example, T.S. Eliot's Upama Alankar, yeah, Utprekhya Alankar, yes. The Alankar is, metaphor. Utprekhya, Upama, Alankar, these are metaphors, images. Absolutely right. So the poet has to make use of objective correlative. He can't directly portray his feelings. This is not expected. And he who makes direct expression of emotions, he is not liked as a poet. He is considered as an ordinary, poet, a pseudo poet. But the recognized poets, renowned poets, eminent poets, outstanding poets are those who make use of objective correlate. T.S. Eliot, in his legendary poem, which was written in 1922, which poem is that? Who can say? In 1922, which poem was written by T.S. Eliot? Anybody? Yes, Rajveer, the Westland. Absolutely, absolutely. Why don't you tell it? Westland. Westland was written in 1922, and during that year, another legendary thing was written. What is that? Same year. It was written by another writer. Can anyone make an attempt?
No idea, sir.
No idea. Good. It is Ulysses of James Joyce. James Joyce is a novelist. He wrote a novel, Ulysses. So Ulysses and Westland are written the same year, 1922. The First World War was fought for 4 years. It started in 1914, ended in 1918. First World War brought about lot of devastations, lot of ravages, lots of loss. So many deaths have occurred. So, what happened? Wordsworth wrote The Wasteland in 1922, consequent upon the First World War. What did he portray in the Wasteland? In the Wasteland, he began to portray how this is an unproductive land. This is a sterile land. This is an effete land. This land cannot grow any crops. And the people living here are equally useless. And the first stanza begins, April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring the dull roots with spring rain. Eliot also said, okay, Sarmishta, I'll repeat objective correlative definition. Write down if you have pen and paper. An objective correlative is a set of objects or a chain of events which is used to express the emotion in poetry which serves as a formula to that emotion. I repeat, objective correlative is a set of objects or a chain of events which is used to express the emotion in poetry which serves as a formula to that emotion. Is that clear, Sarmishta?
Sir, kindly repeat it again.
Sarmishta?
Kindly repeat it again, sir.
I'll repeat it. Okay, okay. Oh, you mean to say I'm becoming fast? Okay. Objective correlative is a set of objects or a chain of events which is used to express the emotion in poetry and it acts as a formula to that emotion. And it acts as a formula to that emotion.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So Eliot said, this is a dead land, this is a cactus land. There are heaps of broken images. This is a dead land. In the Westland, he said, this is a dead land, this is a cactus land. There are heaps of broken images. In another poem, named The Hollow Man, he said, we are the hollow men, we are the stuffed men. Our headpieces are filled with straw. We are the hollow men, we are the stuffed men. Our headpieces are filled with straw. So this is how Eliot became aware of the serious repercussions caused by First World War. So the First World War, which ended in 1918, it started in 1914 and ended in 1918, which brought about a trail of devastation during the outbreak of war. That created a kind of feeling in the heart of Eliot to write something about the post-war scenario. So in the post-war scenario, he found the people have been totally disillusioned and they have been searching for identity. They have been looking for something else. What is their future? What is their career? What do they do? How do they survive? They have lost everything in the war. They have lost their relatives. They have lost their wealth. They have lost their house. And finally, they have lost their identity. They are now bohemian creatures. That was being realized by Eliot and also Samuel Beckett. Somebody has pointed out in Waiting for Godot. Godot may be God. Godot may be salvation. Godot may be a boon. Estragon and Vladimir, both the characters, they are waiting for Godot to come, but Godot doesn't come. Vladimir has extreme patience, has lots of patience. Vladimir waits, but Estragon has no patience. Estragon always says, let's go. Vladimir says, we cannot go. Estragon says, why? Why can't we go? Vladimir says, we are waiting for Godot. So, as the clock is ticking, I would like to get your feedback. Is there any problem with you in understanding me?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I invite your
No, sir.
response.
No,
Did you
sir.
understand everything, whatever is being taught?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Your all
Yes,
points is so
sir.
much. It's
Yes,
very
sir.
Yes, sir.
clear for us,
What
sir.
is
Clear. So much for
Really
us
enjoyed.
to understood our poetry area also.
poetry areas became very clear.
Yes,
Of
sir.
course, sir. Now we can easily handle and give our devotion in our literature, especially in the poetry area, because of you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay, thank you very much.
Very easy, sir.
Thank you. I am also
Thank
very
you, sir.
much overwhelmed with joy. I am delighted to be with you. I thoroughly enjoyed your company. Thank you very
Me
much.
too.
We'll
Thank
stop
you,
it
sir.
here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
I
you so
think
much,
tomorrow.
sir. Your language was
Thank
very
you very
comfortable
much.
and easy to
Very good.
understand. It was
Language
very
was
nice.
Well explained.
Your delivery was remarkable.
Very
Way of
easy.
explaining, very easy to understand.
okay.
Yeah, and very much
Well
approachable.
explained. Well
Thank
explained.
you so
Thank
very
you.
much. So tomorrow we might be meeting, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Same
Of
time.
course,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Of course,
Thank you.
Yes,
definitely,
sir.
sir.
Of
We will
course.
So
wait
I
for
look
you, sir.
forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye
Yes, sir.
bye. God bless you.
Yes, sir.
Stay happy.
Bye,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
bye, sir. Thank you so
You
much. Bye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you, sir.
you.
Thanks a lot.
Hello everybody. We need to find a way to tackle the disturbances caused in class.